you'll never be an author. Because one, they go hand in hand. I've got the hiccups, I'm so sorry. Oh, I really have the hiccups. I ate way too much and ate way too fast. So when I started reading Stephen King, I started reading everything I can get my hands on, everything. For hobby or a career, what was hobby or a career? Because the last thing I saw was I read Pet Sematary for hobby or career. So now I'm like, wait, what? Dark Half? So in his books, for those of you who are a fan of Stephen King books, so the biggest connection, so all of Stephen King's books and all of his characters are connected to each other, to him and to each other. And it all centers on the Dark Tower. The Dark Tower is where everything was created. So here's what was interesting, the shop. You all remember the shop? The shop week, I think most people got their first exposure to the shop with the movie Firestarter, the book Firestarter, because it was the shop that was doing experiments on people to bring out latent powers that they had. And you remember they had a little girl. That's just butter. Do you want to try this cake? Okay, you can't have any of this. This all has peanut butter, so you can't have any of that. So the shop has tapped into the Toad-Ash space before with the Arrowhead Project, releasing the mist in the movie The Mist. They experimented with the chemical Lot 6 in Firestarter. They appeared in Tommyknockers and The Lawnmower Man, and they're also mentioned in The Stand. The Man in Black, he appears in the Dark Tower books, he appears in The Stand, he appears in The Eyes of the Dragon, in Salem's Lot, Children of the Corn, and several other short stories by Stephen King. But the biggest connection between all the Stephen King books is Stephen King appears in all the Stephen King books as a character. Might just be a minor character just in passing, but even in any of the movies that they've done of any of his shows or series, you notice he always shows up. Castle Rock and Derry, Maine and Castle Rock. That's where everything comes into. He's also the character in the Dark Tower series in which he plays the writer in our world who writes the Dark Tower series. So everything's connected, and everything's connected to the Dark Tower. The flow chart, if you guys go and look at the flow chart for Stephen King's characters and places, and it's huge, and everything connects. You can pick on one thing and go, how does this connect? Oh, what? It's really kind of neat. That man's mind is incredible. And when he got in his accident in 1999, I was so concerned. I thought, oh my gosh, we are going to lose one of our biggest treasures out there. Where did this go? One of our biggest treasures out there, because he wasn't able to write for the longest time. And thank goodness, therapy and everything else, he was able to come back and start writing again. The Dark Tower series at first was not my favorite series. I had a hard time getting into it. But sometimes those are the best ones. But like I was telling, so I thought I need Stephen King, and that's what prompted this whole thing was when he said he wanted the PB&J. And I thought, you know, I need Stephen King to write a novel about Kanara's Kitchen. And so what I wanted to do was, instead of, you know, if you go into like a big butcher and you go like in the big walk-in refrigerators where the meat's hanging, right? So all the meat in there's hanging, there's tags on it that say where the steer was purchased, who gets this half, who gets that half, who gets that half a pig, who gets, I want to have where they finally go into my walk-in and it's humans. I mean, no head, no feet, no hands, just like down the middle, just like you'd see like a slab of beef hanging there. And instead of tags on them, hanging from each one is going to be the missing persons poster. Yeah, he was supposed to be in Monkey Bone movie, but had the accident. Yeah. I'm so glad though that he is back to writing, and he has some really great quotes. Get busy living or get busy dying. That was from different seasons. The scariest moment is always just before you start. And that happens with a lot of people who want to stream for the first time, or maybe public speaking. I have no problem public speaking. I mean, I teach classes and do everything else. I have no problem with it. He doesn't like public speaking at all. So I always tell people, if you're going to go out and public speak, right, inside your brain, when they've done this on MRIs and CAT scans and all the sciencey science stuff that I don't deal with, but where they record reactions as they happen in your brain. They show you pictures, things that might scare you, excite you, make you hungry, and they watch where the brain reacts. Well, fear and excitement are like superimposed on each other. So when you're afraid, When you're excited, yeah, same type of thing. So if you're going to go up and do something that scares you, instead of walking out on stage going, oh my gosh, you guys, okay, whew, I am so nervous to be here with you all. Don't set yourself up like that. Rather, come out there and go, okay, you guys, I am excited to be here. And smile. Things start triggering different. Yeet, welcome on in. Thank you for that. Yellow, welcome on in. Thank you guys so much for the follows. So it triggers in the same place. It's all in how you can perceive it as something scary and terrifying. But in many cases, and well, put it this way, in sales, real estate sales, toner sales, or whatever it is, we tell people to put a mirror on their desk. And while you're on the phone, look in the mirror. Are you smiling? Because if you're smiling, you're going to come off as smiling and be more friendly, more approachable. Your tone's a little bit different, maybe a little bit higher in octave, right? Whereas if you're sitting there frowning because I don't want to do this, you get down lower and you get more gravelly and you get more sinister sounding. So, yeah, a Jedi craves none of these things. Welcome to the kitchen. Heck yeah. It's all in how you frame it, Connor. It is truly all in how you frame it. It's the perception of how you look at it. And I am of the perception of, I get this shot one time. This. I like who I am. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not a spring chicken. And nobody's going to be a spring chicken forever, right? I like who I am. I like how I present myself. And I believe you get out of life what you put into it. So I'm going to throw out smiles and laughter and whatever. It's too easy to be negative Nelly. We already had that in 2020. We had a lot of negativity in 2020. We don't need any more negativity. We need to just have fun. Enjoy life because life is too short. In a dime, it can change on you. So have fun. Have some good times. I actually like monkey bone. See, there's a lot. There are so many. Now, I do have in the Discord, if we can do exclamation point Discord again, in the Discord, I do have a what are you reading or book recommendations. I do ask that you don't give spoilers. So if you're going to do spoilers, type the word spoiler, and then you can type out your spoiler, and there's that thing where you can put the eyeball on it, and it will black it out. So if somebody's like, oh, I don't want to see what happens at the end of this book, you don't give away spoilers in there. But I love to see what people are reading. Absolutely love to see what people are reading. I don't care what it is, because people read a lot of different things. And there's some things that you might like. I have never read I'm going to say this wrong. What's the big, thick comic books? Manja? Is it manja? Am I saying that right? I'm eclectic in my reading. See, it also depends on what mood you're in. It also depends on the mood that you're into, of what you actually want to read and enjoy, and what you want to share. Sometimes if you're in a really, like maybe you're like, oh, I just don't feel it, whatever. You want to read something very uplifting. Is it pronounced manja? Manga or manja? Somebody spell it phonetically. Manja. Okay, I've never read a manja. I have only watched one anime in my life. I started with Akira because everybody said that was like the iconic, and it's too much screaming. I couldn't do it. It's like, shut up. Y'all shouldn't be screaming that much. You guys are causing way much more stress on yourselves if you all would just be quiet and assess the situation. Okay, that's the seasoned, wizened person in me. But then somebody told me to watch Appleseed, and that one I loved. I loved that. Manja. Manja. Ja, not ja. Manja. Manja. Okay, now you're all confusing. Hard G. Manja. Manja. You might enjoy a cute one like fruit baskets. Okay, so if it's cutie, okay. Okay, please don't hate me. I mean no disrespect to anybody who enjoys this, because if you enjoy it, I love you for it. I love you for it. I can't stand Pokemon. Oh my gosh, those little baby critter things. No, if I saw those little critter things in my front yard coming towards me, I'd be out there. Squirt, squirt. No. Pikachu. I always said that. Oh, I can't say this, but it's okay. I ask your forgiveness again. No, I can't say it. I won't say it. I can't stand Rugrats. I do like Rugrats. But see, that's the beauty of what we use for entertainment. There's something out there for all of us to enjoy. We don't all have to like the same things. We don't all have to enjoy the same thing. It's romance, slice of life. People turn into animals when they get hugged by the opposite sex. Send me a link for something I could check out. Pizza Mate, thank you for that follow. Send me a link for something I can check out, Estorena. I would like to, who knows, you know? If you want a one-season wonder that hits a few genres, Trigun. Oh, hey, Athena. 1924. I could be wrong. Could be 1926. Nosferatu. It's a silent film. There's no words, just dramatical music. But watch it for the way they tell this entire story. And if anybody's into filmography, if anybody's into lighting, particularly lighting, imagine it's black and white, and they had to do everything with lighting. And it's, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And also read the original Frankenstein. That was a great book. And none of the movies Frankenstein are like Frankenstein the book. Nosferatu, it is a true classic. It is one that I recommend to everybody. And that was like one of the very first horror movies that was ever out there. Done that too, original Frankenstein. I remember one of the scary ones that I loved as a kid was Vincent Price, The House of Wax. That was kind of creepy. But I love stuff like that. I don't want horror that's gore. I don't care about hack and slasher things. They're all too predictable. But the ones that get up here and make you go, wait, what? What? What did I just read? No, they did not just do that. I had no clue that was coming. Mind blown. Those are the kind of things I just absolutely love. Absolutely love. So for those that just joined, for those that just followed and came in with sharp balloons, I'll be streaming him on Friday, noon Pacific time, and you guys get to choose what I'm making. So we're going to put something up. We'll have a poll. I'm going to bring out 2 proteins. We'll have option A, option B. Option A, boom, comes out. 2 vegetables, option A, option B. 2 carb dishes, option A, option B. 2 fruit dishes, option A, option B. And whatever it comes out, I have to cook with it. I have to do it. Suspense. Now there's a time and place to have a little bit of gore just to kind of make you go, oh, and then go back to now take that gore, even though whatever little bit it was, a little bit of scare tactic maybe something that kind of makes you go, ew, like we all hate the word moist, right? Don't know why. Cake is very moist, that's good, but those sound of those shoes out there are moist. No, we don't want that sound, right? But taking that gross thing and now taking it out like a thread and pulling it out and weaving it through my brain with a story. Black-eyed peas with bacon. Anything with bacon. But black-eyed peas taste like dirt to me. Lipstick on the tooth. Nobody told me. And they're not hard to miss. They're right in front of my face. I've had them in cans. I've had them home canned because I did my own because I want to try them that way. I've had them dried where you rehydrate, and I just don't care for them. I've met Bram Stoker's nephew. He is writing books to follow his uncle's footsteps. There you go. Oh, and the other thing Stephen King said, if any of you are aspiring to be a writer, was that if you have to look up a word in a thesaurus, so remember what a thesaurus is. I have this word, good. I need a different word for good. So you go to thesaurus. Great, perfect, special. You know, all these different words. He says if you have to look up a word in a thesaurus, you're using the wrong word. Get rid of that word, throw it away. That's not the right word to use. Come up with a different word. And not just a synonym of the same word. Come up with something totally different, because if you can't make the connection to that, your readers aren't going to make that connection to that either. I need to cook you a batch? Okay. All right. Derek, get the car ready. We're going to Barry and Mr. Sloth's house. So, synonyms, antonyms. A word that sounds the same, has like the same meaning, that can be perceived the same. And why is it all the Stephen King TV series are, except for It, the first It was good, but a lot of them have really bad acting, which has really bad grammar and vernacular in it. Like the Langoliers. Love the Langoliers. story, but the show, the movie that they made out of it, deplorable. When the little girl goes, there's something wrong here, there's something really badly wrong. Your vernacular and your grammar and the writing of that script. The illustration of a thesaurus is a tiny dinosaur. I forgot about that. I forgot. The road trip, heck yeah. I would love to do that. You know, and Derek and I had entertained the thought of going MIA for a month and taking our trailer and just traveling, you know, X far out and then turn around and come like go out this way and then come back this way. So I could see and I could meet as many people as going to be in that area. And then the gas prices went up to over $6 a gallon for diesel. We're like, yeah, no. Right now it's cheaper for me to fly than it is to go camping. It would cost us, because our truck pulling the trailer gets 12 miles to the gallon. Diesel's at $6.10 a gallon. It would cost me $6 just to go 12 miles. Can you imagine going 1,000 miles? No, I can't. So we're not doing it. Not right now, not at this time. Maybe next year. Maybe if prices drop, maybe next year we'll go out there and do it. We'll go out there and do it. But you guys, we need to take our party to somebody. Do, 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 do. Hey, Barry, can you see what science is doing? Is he drawing today, or is he doing science stuff? Oh, Montana's on. What's Montana doing? Doggo treats for the floofs. Jen Powell is doing National Jelly-Filled Donut Day. I'm trying to see what all these people are doing over here. I'm so happy I did my Route 66 trip. Oh my gosh. I've had 2 Priuses, but the Priuses do not do good in Oregon because our roads, a lot of our roads in certain areas are dirt and people's driveways are dirt. And as you drive on it, you get that little berm in the middle. I went to a friend's house. I couldn't get up her road because the berm was too much, and the Prius clearance was what, 3 3/4 inches on the bottom, really, really short. I had to drive sideways like this. It was awful. Yeah. So it was like, man, that was a bummer. But it was a great car. I love both of them. We bought our first Prius when I went to culinary school to help with the drive into LA every day. I went into LA Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday on there. All right, let's go. Oh, and there's also Mama Huevo's kitchen. I never thought I would own such a car, and now it's the best car I've ever owned. I really liked my Prius. Let's pause here. So what is she making? What is she making? You know, we can go raid Mama Huevo's kitchen. She's always cooking up something good over there. Oh my gosh, she's always cooking up something good. I wish I could set this up to where you guys could start the raid for me. I don't know how to get that figured out. Nope, I didn't start that right. Whoops. Wait, where is, oh, my chat. I keep forgetting my chat's over on this screen. So you guys, I will see you on Friday. You pick the menu. Be here or be square. We made our first sub goal, our first 100 sub goal we made. My next 100 sub goal, I'm going to come up with something a little bit more elaborate, I think. We'll do something a little bit more, maybe a little bit more crazy. Maybe I'll come up with booby traps, not booby traps. Maybe we'll cook up something, and it'll be a dish that I've cooked up before. But maybe we'll do a certain time channel point that you guys get to give me, sabotages. Maybe we'll do something like that with a sabotage. Let me know if that sounds good to you. We'll put that in the Discord. Let me know if that sounds good to you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys so much for coming over here and hanging out with me and indulging me with Stephen King's request meal. Mr. King, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you are inspired by. Oh, that's okay. We're gonna do Mama Huevo's kitchen. I guess I should start that. Oop, there we go. I guess I should start that. So you guys, exclamation point raid if you're not a sub, and you can copy that raid call out. Exclamation point sub raid is for those of you who are a sub, and that will put all of my emotes over there. Let's go show Mama Huevos some wonderful love. Thank you very much for that. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Seriously, thank you guys so very much. You guys truly mean the world to me. If you haven't joined the Discord, Last time, exclamation point Discord. You can always come back to the channel later. It's right down below. You guys can get down there below and click on that. But the exclamation point Discord, that will take you over to the Discord. You guys can definitely join that. And hopefully we can have some. There we go. It is mature audiences. I am PG-13 and I'm okay with that. And there's mature audiences. And you know what? I'm okay with that too. I think we're all adults. I just like to let you guys know. Megan, thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate that. You guys are absolutely delightful. And I can't wait to see you guys on Friday. I have no idea what we're going to cook, but it's going to be a good time. It's going to be something interesting that you guys will have a, thank you. It's something you guys will get to have a hand in. This will be your, I refuse to be an adult. You can't make me. That's true. And we all have to have that little time, that little bit of that little kid inside of us. Miss, thank you so much for that follow. Are you? No, I am not. I am not. And that's a very derogatory term. So we're going to say no to that. Thank you. Thank you, Mythical Suki. Don't come in with attitudes like that. You'll get kicked out of so many streams. You won't have anybody to watch on Twitch. I'm just a person with gray hair. I'm a female. I'm a woman with gray hair. That's it. That's it. And a darn good cook. You don't want to miss out on the food here. Don't want to miss out on the food here. Well, it's nice of you to say, but no, I've got a daughter who's probably older than most people here. All right, guys. I will see you guys later. See you guys on Friday. Bye-bye.
And it's so funny because I happened to just go into his channel. Oh my God, I just died. I literally just died. What is going